The greatest lie ever told is that life is a gift. What kind of reverse psychology is that? If you give someone something and tell them that it's a gift, even if it's not a gift, they'll probably value it. Even if it's not really a gift. Society tells us what to value. That's what a lot of people do not realize. Society tells us what to value. I was having a conversation with someone on Instagram about female body count. He was asking me if it matters. Do you think that female body count matters? He's telling me that he's dating this girl and she's telling him that she slept with like seven guys. So he was asking me if female body count matters. And I was like, if it does, ask yourself why it matters. Does it matter because you are afraid that she will still miss her exes when she's with you? She won't really love you? Or does it matter because you feel jealous? Like you think about her past and you feel jealous. What if you found a girl? This girl is perfect in every way, but she has slept with 30 guys. She's perfect. Like she's perfect for you. You can see that you've struggled before with women. You know, you've never found the right women for you. You know, you always had problems in your relationships, problems that you couldn't solve. You know, there was always something that was missing. You find this girl, her body count is 30, but she's perfect in every way. The sex is great. You see that she actually loves you. She treats you well. She doesn't demand too much from you. She understands you. She listens to you. She gets you, and you get her. You know, you understand her. She feels safe around you. You can see that, and you trust her. You see that she's the right woman for you, but her body count is 30. Will that be a deal breaker? Society told us that if a woman is virgin, because society has been teaching us to own women, right? So if a woman is a virgin, it means that she's a high value woman. Like, no, there are women who are virgins who ain't shit. All right? Like, for that, her body count is like 1, and she ain't shit. She's toxic. She doesn't know how to. She doesn't know how to love. You know, she's selfish. She demands a lot. She doesn't do anything for you. Are you gonna say, yeah, that's a high value woman because she's a virgin? Society tells us what to value. You can have sex with a girl that slept with 30 guys and enjoy it. Enjoy it more than when you are having sex with a girl that's only slept with like 1 guy. And you can have a relationship with a girl that, you know, has a high body count and have a great experience with her. You know, enjoy the relationship. It's what am I getting into? Your mind is fragile. They can make you believe anything. They can make you believe anything. I want you to understand that. So if they tell you that life is a gift, even though it doesn't seem like a gift, when you look at the way that the world works, it makes no sense to look at it to look at life as a gift. Like, we go through a lot as conscious beings. Our autonomy is not respected. We are forced to do things that we do not want to do just because we are here. We're not free. We're not free. From the day that you're born, you are owned, and there are a lot of things that you're expected to do. You're trained in different ways to serve the system, whether you want to or not. And you work until you're old, until you no longer can work anymore. And they give you some money and you feel like you've won in the end. But when you're old, you can't even enjoy yourself that well, because maybe your health will be declining. Maybe you won't enjoy a lot of things that you used to enjoy. The sex won't be the same, when you're still young, your sex drive is high, but you're going to work a shitty job and you go back home tired. You don't perform very well. You don't really enjoy yourself. You still want to travel. Still want to have fun. When you're old, you no longer want to do these things. Life is more like a burden. It's more appropriate to look at life as a burden, because there are a lot of things that you are required to do. You see? It's not like you're born here and it feels like you're in the Garden of Eden. You get, everything you want, you can have it. You get, you don't have to work for anything. You just enjoy yourself. You wake up, you're not, you're not anxious about anything. You're good. You don't feel like, hey, man, I wonder how today is gonna be. Yesterday my boss was talking shit about me. What if I get fired? My girl, man, I was texting with my girl and she said this, she said that. How am I going to pay my bills? I had to spend a lot of money this month because of this, because of that. I feel like I'm a bit sick. I need to see a doctor. What if I have a serious problem? There are a lot of things that we deal with as conscious beings, all right? And most of us do not get to experience life the way that we want to experience life. Most of us have broken dreams. Most of us have given up. Most of us is just living just in case something happens, something good happens, Like, hey, man, I've suffered a lot. I no longer have faith. I no longer believe that things are going to work out for me. But, just in case, things happen, miracles happen, Yeah, we're in the matrix, but miracles happen. A lot of people who feel like we're in a matrix. A lot of people feel like we're in a hell room. A lot of people who feel like there's something wrong with the world. A lot of people. Let me tell you, more than 90% of people feel like there's something wrong with the world. No matter what religion they believe in, Christians feel like there's something wrong with this world. That's why they believe in heaven. They want to be in a world that's better than this, because they can feel that something is wrong. They can feel the hit. Muslims feel the same way, I think most people who are religious feel like there's something wrong with this realm. It's the people who are in New Age spirituality that might not really feel that way, because they believe that we are here to learn. You chose to be here and you're here to learn, so everything that is happening is something that should be happening. But a lot of people do really feel like there's something wrong with this place. So if a lot of people feel like there's something wrong with this place and they wouldn't want to come back here, how can we look at it as a gift? How can we believe that life is a gift? We are programmed to behave as if life is a gift. If you realize that, no matter what happens, we're supposed to pretend as if we believe that life is a gift. The worst thing could happen, and we're supposed to pretend to believe as if life is a gift. And we're supposed to, behave as if life is a gift. And that makes it hard for people to be honest about life. You see, if you're going to be honest about life, people will treat you as if there's something wrong with you, because life is a gift. So how can you say something negative about life? It means that there's something wrong with you. Why do you not appreciate this gift? A gift is something that you actually want. It's something that you can openly receive or openly decline. A gift isn't something that you have to accept and you're forced to accept, right? A gift is something that you can say, okay, I appreciate the effort, I appreciate that you're trying to make me happy, you're trying to make me feel special, but I won't be able to accept this gift. I feel like it comes with a lot of responsibilities. Or even if you do accept the gift, you don't have to do anything with it. You can even sell it. If someone gives you a car and you don't really want a car, you can just sell it or give it to someone else. See? Or not drive it. Can you imagine if someone gave you a car as a gift and it was the only car that you had to drive? So let's say you had other cars. Because they gave you a gift, they give you a car as a gift. Now you have to drive it. Every time when you travel, you must be driving your car. Will that feel like a gift or will it feel like a burden? Think about it. I tell you, you always have to be driving this car. Like, but I want to use an Uber. No. It's a gift. It's a gift. You must drive this. You know what I mean? Like, we need to be honest with ourselves. People are forced to accept life as a gift, even though it's not a gift. But they're forced to accept life as a gift. They're not supposed to say anything negative about life. You're not even supposed to feel bad. If you feel bad, you're weak. You're not supposed to complain. If you complain, you're weak. Doesn't that tell you that this is not a gift? or this shouldn't be looked at as a gift.
Was that prison?
Sure. Yeah, you come in. Maybe we should call it the gift of suffering. There was too many people suffer in this room. Without understanding why they're suffering and not knowing how to get rid of their suffering. A lot of people feel like there should be a way out. A lot of people feel like there should be a way out. A lot of people are tired. A lot of people, because, you know, we're supposed to be powerless. We're not supposed to be autonomous, right? We're not supposed to be able to make our own decisions. They must tell us what's right and what's wrong. So if they tell us that feeling like this is bad, feeling like this is not making sense is bad, and if you feel like this is not making sense, then you need help. Most people will believe that because they can't really stand up for themselves and think for themselves. It sucks that more than 90% of people are not actually able to think for themselves. They rely on those who are in power to think for them, and they look down on people who are not in power. And the average person does not think for themselves. Last week someone asked me what I think about flat earthers, and I tell them that I respect them a lot because they're thinking for themselves. They're telling us the earth is round, but flat earthers think it's flat, and they have their own reasons to think that it's flat. So I respect them for that because they're thinking for themselves, which is a rare thing in our society. People just believe what they're told. So I like conspiracy theories. I like people who tell me that the moon is a satellite. But like, yeah, I don't know if that's true, but I like those who are telling me that space is fake. You know, they're thinking original thoughts. You know, some people will say space is water. That's why it rains sometimes. You say we can't reach the bottom of the sea because the bottom of the sea, because the sea itself is space. I like those who be saying, There's secret societies that are, controlling the world, that are making decisions for everyone. They're the ones who decide what actually gets to happen. They have all the power. People are thinking for themselves, right? Even though some of them just watch YouTube videos. When you do this, about, oh yeah, I saw some YouTubers saying that there's an Illuminati hand sign. So they start to think that you are evil, because but at least they are not believing everything that they are supposed to believe, They don't look at the world the way that other people look at the world. If you don't think for yourself, they'll make you believe anything, man. They'll make you believe whatever happens is fine, Whatever happens is fine. If you're born in poverty, that's okay, Just pray God is gonna help you. Even if you see that it doesn't. I was having a conversation with my mom about her life. I was like, Mom, you've been a Christian your whole life, and you used to tell me that things were going to be okay. But look at you. I know, yes, you have children that you are proud of, but there are a lot of things that you wanted in your life that you didn't get to have. Now you're almost 50. And you still believe that, God has your back. Don't you see that you've been lied to? This world is run by the Abrahamic consciousness. If Gnostics won, this world would be like way, way, way better than you could imagine. This world is run by Abrahamic consciousness, bro. We're supposed to be told what to think. We're not supposed to think for ourselves. We're not supposed to totally be free. Gnostics don't take shit. They don't want to be controlled. What I like is that Gnosticism is finding its way back. And it's becoming popular again. Like, people do realize that there is something wrong. The world is not what they were told it was. Like, there's something really wrong with this place. And they are thinking for themselves now. Abrahamic consciousness just wants to control. It doesn't matter if you are happy. It doesn't matter how you feel. Abrahamic consciousness wants to control you. You must submit. You must worship the Abrahamic consciousness. The people with the Abrahamic consciousness wants to control. Doesn't matter if they believe in Christianity, doesn't matter if they believe in Islam, doesn't matter if they don't believe that God exists. Those who possess the Abrahamic consciousness, they want to control other people. They don't believe that those that they are leading must have their own thoughts. They believe that they must make decisions for them, and the decisions that they make are final. They don't believe that people should have their own voices, If you live in Muslim countries, if they say you must not drink alcohol, otherwise they will arrest you. You're not supposed to really be human. You're supposed to be a slave. You're supposed to bow down to someone. Let's think about it. Why should you follow someone else's rules, right? Someone tells you how to live and you must live the way that they say you must live. Life does not come with instructions. That person just found themselves in power because of luck. Mostly it has to do with luck. To find themselves in power, and now they're telling you what to do, and you believe that that's normal, that is okay, and you tell yourself that life is a gift because that's what they're telling you, even though they're treating you like a slave, even though they're making your experience in this world hellish. But you're like, oh, it's a gift because they're telling you it's a gift. Maybe it's a gift for them because they get to have most of the things that they want while you get to have nothing. You become their slave. You serve them while they serve themselves. So maybe for them it's a gift, but for you it isn't. You only believe that it's a gift because they're telling you that it's a gift, and they're making it cool to pretend as if it's a gift. It's like, when we were kids, we used to play different games. Sometimes you pretend to be a cop, sometimes you pretend to be a teacher, sometimes you pretend to be a parent, and you wouldn't break character. Like, breaking character was wrong. If you broke character, the other kids wouldn't want to play with you anymore. That's life. If you're going to be honest and be like, nah man, this is not making sense, that would be like breaking character. And why are you honest about what's going on? So people will hate you for being honest. It's like they know the truth on a subconscious level, but they don't know that they know the truth. So if you tell them the truth, you're breaking character. You're not playing the way that you need to be playing. There's this clip that has been trending in South Africa. It was taken from a podcast, McGee's podcast, the biggest podcast in South Africa, or in Africa. So this lady was being interviewed, and she's like, I finally understand why I chose my parents, because we choose our parents before we were born. And she asked me, she's like, you know that, right? He was like, no. And his co-host said, okay, I don't know, I don't believe that. I mean, what about the babies who get thrown in dustbins? Did they choose their parents? And she wasn't able to answer that because it doesn't make sense. Like, why would you choose to be born and get thrown in a dustbin and die within a few days of being born? Like, you don't even get to live life. Like, let's be real. You're like 3 days old, your mother throws you in a dustbin, and you suffer, You're not drinking milk, you're thirsty, hungry, the dustbin smells. Like, can you imagine dying in, like, who would choose that? Think about it. Okay, if someone created a simulation now and they said, in the simulation, like, I would like to go into a world that looks like, like, what's the name of that planet in the movie Avatar? Pandora. I would like to look like those creatures. Like, I want to go into a planet like that. That's a little bit dope. So let's just say they created a simulation that looks like that, and they say, you do get to choose your body. You do get to choose your your parents, you do get to choose where you'll be born, what you're going to have. Like, do you think people will be choosing horrible experiences? Like a person will choose to be born and get thrown in a dustbin, and like, no, that doesn't make sense. Why? What the heck would the person learn? Think about it. Like, we need to be honest. It's not a gift. No one chose this. No one said they wanted this. And I keep on telling you that even if before we were born, our souls chose for us to be here, it wouldn't mean that it's us who chose to be here. The kind of consciousness that chose to be here, even if there's only one consciousness and it's able to choose to have an experience and then forget everything while it's having that experience, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the consciousness that actually chose to have the experience. It will be a new consciousness. We shouldn't be telling people that they chose to be here. It's stupid. I told you, one of my favorite spiritual teachers is Till Swan, and she makes a lot of sense. And if I were to choose two people who make sense in this realm, I would say it's Till Swan and Leo Gura from actualize.org. But she believes that we chose to be here. You know, like I would hear her telling her followers, yeah, you chose to be here. You chose it. Like, what the hell? Like, it sucks. It sucks that she's trying to, you know, comfort people by telling them that. That would be like if, you know, when you were young, maybe you were in the first grade. They ask you what you want to be, and you said you want to be a lawyer. And then you got older, and you took a different path, and they came back to you and say, oh, you said you wanted to be a lawyer when you were young, so you want to be a lawyer. Like, no. If you want to be a lawyer because you said you wanted to be a lawyer, like you have experienced a lot. At the time, you were very naive. You didn't really know how things work in this world, but now you know a lot. So you don't want the same things that you want. Like, you are different. You know, you forgot a lot of things that you knew back then. I mean, do you remember a lot of things that happened before first grade? You don't even remember the names of your teachers, the name of the kids that you were friends with, except for the friends that you grew up with. Like, I don't remember the names of the friends that I had when I was in grade 1, except for the ones that I grew up with, because they were there all my life, so of course I'm gonna know their names. People go through a lot for us to be calling this a gift. I think calling this a gift is disrespectful to those who are truly suffering. Calling this a gift is disrespectful to those who are truly suffering. I saw a comment in a video that I published last, and someone said something like, it isn't that bad. I think the title of the video is wait, what was the title of the video? We are all in pain. But what can you expect in a hell realm? Someone said, no, it isn't that bad. It isn't that bad. And they're right. For some people, it isn't that bad, but for some people, it is. You see? For some people, it isn't that bad. Maybe you have a home. You still live with people who love you. Society isn't treating you like shit. Like life is fair to you. Like it feels that way. Like life is actually fair. You didn't fail a lot in life. You don't feel like giving up. You're not depressed right now. You're not stressing right now. But there are people who are depressed, there are people who are stressing, there are people who are in hospitals diagnosed with terminal illness. They were told that they don't have, a year to live. And they live in a country where they can't even be assisted to exit. They're told that they must just they must just hold on until, and suffer. Like they must die traumatized. And it's a gift. A gift isn't something that you are supposed to be responsible for forever. Even if you don't want to be responsible for it anymore, you're supposed to be responsible for it. If someone gave you a car, yeah, you love the car. So yeah, it's a gift. You love the car. Drive it for maybe 10 years and you're like, ish, I enjoy driving this car. I really appreciate the fact that someone gave it to me as a gift, but I want a different car, or I do not want a car anymore, so I want to sell it. And everyone said, oh, no, it's a gift. It's a gift. You cannot sell it. It's a gift. You must drive it forever. You must drive it until maybe you get into an accident and it can't be. It's not longer repairable. It's just it can't work anymore. It would be like you sold your soul to the devil. You will be miserable. If they gave you a car and they told you that you must drive it until you die, like they gave you a car and they say, but we're giving you this car for free, but you must drive it until you die. Meaning that you don't buy another car, you must drive it until you. It's not going to feel like a gift. Will it feel like a gift? But like, no, you cannot buy another car and you cannot use another transport. You only drive the car that we gave you. It's not going to feel like a gift. It's going to feel like a burden. A lot of people will have to think, even people who are poor, who don't feel like they could ever afford a car, they'll really have to sit down and think, like, yeah, when I have to drive the same car and I'm not supposed to get inside another car, meaning that even if I don't have petrol, I must rather walk. Like, it's not going to feel right. So some people will almost everyone will not look at it as a gift. It's only desperate people who will be like, it's not like I would have been able to buy a car. Don't get me, I'm homeless, I've already given up. So yeah. But a lot of people who still believe that they have a chance, they'll be like, nope. I'm not gonna drive or only use one car for transport until I die. Like, no, that's not right. What if I want to use a taxi? What if I want to use an Uber? What if my friend wants to use his car? You know, let's say we want to go somewhere. What if, you know, my friend wants to use his car? Does it mean that I still have to drive? So we'll be in separate cars because I cannot get inside another car. Like, that's, you know what I mean? If this was a gift, it would be treated like a gift. It will feel like a gift. We wouldn't be confused about what this is. Wars are being fought. People are unaliving one another. They're struggling, fighting for resources, right? Fighting for food. Fighting for power. And we look at this as a gift. That would be like if Adam and Eve had to fight for food every day in the Garden of Eden. Like, would you feel like God, you know, loved them, like he created a place that's beautiful for them? It seems like things are happening the way that they're happening for someone's entertainment, really. Like, someone is benefiting and it's not us. And you don't get to win anything in the end. You die confused. You know, it's not like they tell you what the egg is going on before you go. It's weird that people feel like it's normal that no one is explaining to us what this is. So if someone gave you a gift and they didn't tell you how it works, say, yeah, it's a gift. They give you something, like, it's a gift. And you're like, what is it? They don't tell you what it is. Where did you get it? They don't tell you where they got it. What is it for? They don't tell you what it's for. They only tell you that you must hold on to it. You must not give it to anyone else. It's only going to, you know, try to use it. You don't even get a manual or anything like that. Just try to use it and use it until it stops working. That's it. It's a gift. And if you ever complain and say, no, this thing is not a gift, this thing is confusing me, you know, this thing, nah, man, I don't know, I don't feel good using this thing. But like, you have depression, you have a mental, you know what I mean? I'm using different examples to show you that this is not a gift. They just been telling us that it's a gift. Because if we didn't look at it as a gift, we'll be able to see what is actually going on. Most things were right. They were not, I wouldn't say they were right about eons that they were talking about. Hey, there was an eon called Sophia, she gave birth to the demiurge. How did they know? I'm not going to be biased just because I'm a Gnostic. Like, I call myself a Gnostic. I look at Gnostic the same way that I look at philosophers. Like, the way they were thinking in ways that allowed them to get closer to what is true. It does. When you think about it, yeah, it does seem true that, you know, whatever, you know, created this isn't even the true God, right? It's something, it seems like this was created out of confusion. It's not something that seemed to have been created by an all-knowing, all-powerful God, right? It was created, it's like a dream, when you create a dream, you create it out of confusion. You don't even know what the heck you're doing, it's just, you create nonsense. The reason why most of your dreams are nonsense is because you don't know what you're doing. It seems like dreams are just creating themselves. So that seems like how this dream was created. It seems like we were in a fallen state of, like, whatever created this was in a fallen state of consciousness. So we need to be honest. So Gnostics were right. It's logical to look at the Christian God as the demiurge, just the devil. Because, well, he sure does seem like the devil. They were right. We shouldn't be looking at life as a gift. Because it doesn't feel like a gift. It feels like we're trapped. And the fact that we know nothing should make us suspicious. Because that means that, looking at what's possible now, looking at the technological level that this world operates on, you think, hey, what if reincarnation is possible? Imagine the technology behind everything, right? Imagine the technology behind everything. Maybe they can, they know how to make our souls come back here without our consent, and we forget everything. The memory wipes will make you suspicious, like the fact that you know nothing now. Because knowledge is power. So if you know nothing, you're powerless. You see? You're totally powerless. You must know. You must know how things work. You must still have your memories. Doesn't matter if you're gonna be traumatized. You get used to all the nonsense. Think about it this way. There are a lot of things that you used to be afraid of when you were growing up. And as you got older, you stop being afraid of these things because you got used to them. So if you've reincarnated here like over 1,000 times, there will be things that will not even faze you anymore, right? Because you will have learned a lot. You see? You can't explain the memory wipe. You can't make that seem like a good thing. It's not a good thing. We'll be stronger than ever. I was watching the last episode of Invincible. There's this guy called Conquest. Showed up at the end of the episode. We had not seen, like, people have read the comics and they know that there's gonna be a guy called Conquest who's gonna appear, but they had not seen him. When they showed the guy, you could see that he's a warrior. Like he's from a planet called Viltrum. They're called Viltrumites. They can live for thousands of years. He's fought wars for thousands of years. You can see that he's strong. He's strong because he remembers all the fights that he has fought. He's a true warrior. But if he was still new, or if he didn't have memories of his past, he wouldn't be strong. There's a reason why babies ain't strong. I don't just mean physically. Like a baby will always be crying about things. It's because they're new, right? You don't give them a lollipop, they cry. They see someone holding a lollipop, they cry. But as you get older, you become stronger. You see someone having something that you want, you don't cry. You know that it's theirs, and you must be okay with that. Or if you want it, you must try to work hard and get it yourself. You don't have to take it from them. You don't have to be jealous. It's really logical to look at this as a whole than to look at it as a gift. I don't know who been convincing people that life is a gift. Like, who was the first person to say that this is a gift? I'm pretty sure it was someone in power. Maybe there were some people complaining and the person was like, yo, life is a gift. You know, look at all the things that your parents did for you. You know, your mom carried you for 9 months. And she raised you since you were a baby. How can you not look at this as a gift? You know how hard it is to raise a baby? And I'll be like, why do people even put themselves through that? Isn't it because they were programmed to think that they must have children? A lot of people don't even know what the heck they're doing, really. They just believe what other people are telling them. They're just copying other people. They're really behaving like NPCs. They don't think for themselves. Like, yo, why should I even have a baby? I don't even have a job. Why don't I just enjoy my life? Why don't I just travel? You know, I have some money. Why don't I spend the money that I have on me? Why should I have to take care of someone? Because once you bring a child into this world, you have to take care of them. You're obligated to take care of them. You ain't going to just abandon your kid. I mean, that wouldn't be fair. You have to take care of them. Because the world is cruel. If you don't take care of your kid, it will be like you throwing your kid into the wolves. Life is not a gift, man. We need to be honest. We're slaves here. It's just that a lot of people don't want to admit that to themselves. No, I do actually believe that even black people during the time of slavery, some of them couldn't admit that they were slaves. They didn't want to feel like they were slaves. I'm pretty sure some of them will be like, no, we're not slaves. You know, look, they're giving us food, they're taking care of us. They took us out of the jungle. Like Uncle Ruka said in the Boondocks, they made me laugh. Yeah, he was the biggest Uncle Tom ever. He loved white people but hated black people. So I remember in one of his speeches he said, why? I don't understand why we have a problem with white people treating us the way that they're treating us. You know, white people are beautiful. They have beautiful hearts. They have beautiful souls. I mean, look at all the things that they've done. Look at the technology. You know, they took out of the jungle. That didn't kill me. I thought, like, sometimes boondogs can really be funny. But yeah, we need to be honest about everything. Let me go and work out. Thank you all, guys.